Hi, I have a haul video to make tonight. Granted, I just made one a few days ago, but I have so many books that if I don't make the video now, I'm most certainly going to have to make more than one in the future. So hopefully I can fit this all in today. I have 35 books. Yes, 35 books. I got them from a few different sources, and I'll try to list them as closely in order as I can with very, very brief descriptions since there are so many. I'm going to start right away with The Last Woman in the Forest. This is by, and I have to look at it because of the name, it's different. It's Diane Leigh Bequetz. Forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. This is a thriller that I got from First to Read, and it will be in March. It'll be released in March. The next book, by the way, the first 6 books I have, including the one I just mentioned, are from First to Read. This one here is One Fatal Mistake by Tom Hunt. This is another thriller that this one will be released in January, and this is about a hit and run and the lie that follows it and how lives are affected from that. The next book I got is The Suspect by Fiona Barton. The Suspect is a psychological thriller about 2 missing girls. This is also a January release. Next I got, check this one out. This ought to be good. I'm sorry for the glare, but I have to use the lamp now. This is In Dog We Trust by Beth Kendricks. This book, again, is another January title. This is about a woman who is a legal guardian for a pack of pedigreed Labrador retrievers. She finds love, family, and forgiveness. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, I would definitely like to read that. This book here, I've kind of been talking about the series quite a bit here. This is Someone to Trust by Mary Balogh. Again, the glare is horrendous. I hope you could see that. And I think I said Balogh. I learned her name is Balogh, Mary Balogh. This is the 5th book in the Westcott series. I have read the first 3, Someone to Love, Someone to Hold, and Someone to Wed. Tomorrow I will be reading the 4th book, which is Someone to Wed. Someone to Care. And this book, Someone to Trust, comes out in November. The last Etta Weiss book I have is A Wrench in the Works by Kate Carlisle. This is a mystery about a 10-year-old secret. Again, my notes are very brief because there are so many books. My next batch of books I got from Etta Weiss, another review site. This one is Call Me Evie by J.P. Palmer. I hope I said that correctly. This is another psychological thriller. Yes, you know my favorite genre. It's about a 17-year-old girl who's fighting to remember something that happened on a night some time ago, and this night changed her life. So I want to definitely read that. This is Judgment by Joseph Finder. I basically grabbed this because I've seen his name numerous times, but I have never read any of his books. This one here is a suspense or a thriller, and this one is a female. Okay, can you read my own writing? Basically, it's a psychological thriller. I'm not even going to try to guess my own writing. Too much time will pass. Okay, next. Before She Was Found, and this is by Heather Gudenkoff. This is an April book. Yes, April. It's another thriller. Sophie Hannah's The Next to Die. This is another psychological thriller, and this book will be released in February. The last book I got from Etta Weiss recently, or actually yesterday, is Before She Knew Him by Peter Swanson. This is a March release, and it's a thriller that's been described as a chilling tale. Now, on to my NetGalley releases. There are a lot of these. The first one is Kat Martin's Wait Until Dark. This will be out very soon on November 1st. It's a romantic suspense, and I wanted to note that it's a prequel to a new series called Maximum Security by Kat Martin. So I'm looking forward to reading this and following the series. We have Tell Me No Lies by Alex Sinclair. This will be out October 25th, so any day. It's a psychological thriller. Now, I may have done this on a previous haul, and if I have done this already, please forgive. This is Watching You by Lisa Jewell. This will be out December 26th, and this is described as a bone-chilling suspense. This is different. I'm looking forward to this one. This is Daughter of Molokai. I do not speak anything close to Hawaiian, so forgive me. This is by Alan Brennard. This is a historical fiction which is a sequel to Molokai, and it refers to the beauty and history of Japanese and Hawaiian culture. I'm very, very excited to read that. This comes out in February. This next book is Her One Mistake by Heidi Parks. This is a psychological thriller that will be released in January. This is The Truth Waits by Susanna Beard. This book will be out November 1st. It's a thriller that discusses justice, reconciliation, forgiveness, and trust. This here is She Lies in Wait by Githa Lodge. This is a January release. It's about 6 friends who are involved in it says here, 6 friends and one of them is a killer. And this is the thriller. So that ought to be interesting. The next book I have is Valentine Candy Murder by Leslie Meyer. Now, this is part of the Lucy Stone series. It comes out in this comes out in December, but I won't be reading this right now because I'm trying to read the entire series. I'm on book number 9 right now, as a matter of fact, which is Birthday Party Murder. I would like to read these stories in order, so this and 2 other books that I got from Kensington from NetGalley will remain on my Kindle until I get to the correct order, and then I'll release the reviews. The next book that I'm looking forward to reading is Murder at the Manor Hotel by Betty Rollins. This is the 3rd book in the Melissa Craig series. I've had the pleasure of reading the first 2, or 3. Actually, I believe this is book 4. I read the first 2, and I have the 3rd one already. And then this one here will be released November 23rd. So I have to catch up to this series. Yes, Melissa Craig, book 4. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that on the cover. This is Fatal Promise, and this is by Angela Marsons, and this was released on October 19th. This is number 9 in the Kim Stone series. I read book 8. I wish I had the time to have read the whole series, but I did enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to reading this one here. Okay, this is Death on a River by Claire Chase. This was released on the 17th, and it is a Tara Thorpe Mystery Series Book 2. So I don't know if I will take the time or have the time even to read the first in the series. Here is One Dark Night by Tom Bale. This was or will be released on the 23rd. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this video. This is basically, all I wrote down here is a twisted thriller. So I definitely want to read that. Oh my. One Way Ticket to Paris, Emma Robinson's. It's a women fiction, and it's a feel-good story of friendship and love. I love these type of stories. Here is Closer by K.L. Slater. This book was released on the 24th, and it's a psychological thriller. I've read, I believe, at least one book of hers so far, so I do enjoy her writing. Here is Christmas. I've got to read the title. Christmas at the Little Cottage on the Hill. Why I had to read the title, I don't know, and I'll tell you why in a moment. This is by Emma Davies. This is the fourth book in the Little Cottage on the Hill series, or the Cottage on the Hill series. I read the first three. I absolutely adore them, and I'm looking forward to this. It's a romance or a women's fiction. Here is another title that I know that I'm going to enjoy, but it seems like I'm going to need some tissues when I read it. This is Promise Me by Jade Beer. Jade Beer, excuse me. This will be released on October 30th. Now, I did want to read what I wrote down because this women's fiction looks very, very good. It's a heartwarming tale of a woman whose mother left her a bundle of letters for every significant event in her life. That looks very, very touching. As a matter of fact, underneath the title it says a heartbreaking and unputdownable page turner. Okay, I have two more NetGalley titles to share with you. This one is The Night Before by Wendy Walker. Okay, because it's a white background and because of my exterior light, you can't see the cover. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. Why? There is no cover. There's no cover because this book does not come out until May. This is a mystery thriller that already has 100, or nearly, I believe 93 to be exact, very high ratings. So I definitely grabbed this one. This is Forget You Know Me by Jessica Strouser, a February release. It's a women's fiction, and it's about the relationship between two women who harbor secrets, lies, and it's got a very exciting blurb, so I was glad to grab that. That is all of my NetGalley titles, and I have just a handful more titles, which I'd like to grab. Give me a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing one. Okay, here we go. Okay, before I tell you about these five here are from Hachette Book Group. These I got in the via UPS yesterday. The first one is Big Bad Cowboy by Kylie Bloom. Now, I don't think this is connected to any series. It looks like it's simply a romance, and it looks pretty good, doesn't it? This is My One and Only Duke by Grace Burrows. This is book one in the Rogues to Riches series. Quite naturally, it's a historical romance. This is The Corner of Holly and Ivy. This is by Debbie Mason, and it's a Harmony Harbor series, book 7. I haven't read any of the other books. I hope it does well as a standalone because there's no time in my schedule to read the first 6, at least not right now. This is Christmas Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses. This is by Jenny Hale. This was a 2015 release that was just reissued this month. Last but not least, this is Twisted Truths by Rebecca Zanetti. I haven't read anything by her, and if I'm not mistaken, I do have a book by her called Hidden that I have got to get to because I've had it for 2 or 3 months from the publisher, but I have not had time to read it. This was also a 2015 release, but it has been reissued for this October this month. Lastly, I have a book here also from Hachette, but this came separately. This is 3 Little Lies, and this is by Laura Marshall. Now, I didn't jot anything down, but it's interesting because Heather Gudenkauf, who wrote one of the books that I will be reviewing, and I can't see her name quickly, but her name rings a bell. I can't imagine there's 2 authors with that name, but oh well. Anyway, this is basically another psychological thriller. Basically, it's an incredible debut novel that's not to be missed. Fantastic writing that instantly drew me in, and a couple other things are said there by others. and it's written in two time periods, 2005 and 2018. This was a September title, but it came yesterday via UPS. Wow, that is 35 books in 2 days. You can see why I didn't wait till the end of this month or any longer to do a book haul, because there are so many titles. I don't usually get so many books at once, but sometimes when it rains, it pours, and that's just fine by me because, as you all know, I absolutely love reading. That's it. Enjoy this list. Oh, by the way, I went to Amazon and I put the list for each book in the description with the Amazon affiliate link. So if you choose to either buy any of the books that are out now, you can use the link. And all of the links are available for pre-orders for those books that are coming out to January, February, March, May, I believe. I'm not sure if I have an April title, but all the books are linked below. And feel free to grab one, grab more than one. You won't be disappointed, because I think if I know my reading style well enough, that I grab titles that I will truly enjoy. Okay, that's it. Thank you for all of your time.